Yo, we back with the Litty and the City show. That was 5EO Foreign with What's My Name featuring Queen Naja and Coyle Ray.
Okay.
Dope track, dope track, dope
Real
track.
nice.
So we gonna get back to this entertainment news, y'all. Whew, let me pull this up.
We about to talk about the hot dog king.
Not the Hot Dog King. Is that his name?
That
What is the name? It's Hot Dog Factory.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
factory.
I think he was affectionately referred to as the hot dog king.
Was it?
Okay.
Yeah.
I never had any of his hot dogs.
I did once.
And I think a lot of women in Atlanta have
probably
had
that is-
some of those hot
I
dogs.
had the actual like hot dog factory hot dog,
Oh,
not the
okay.
dentist special.
Okay.
That's not the same place as in East Atlanta, is it?
I think there is one in East Atlanta. There are a few locations.
Okay.
Mhm,
Yeah.
yes, plenty.
I know there are at least 3. So,
Okay.
and I'm familiar with what you're talking about. I think that's one of them.
Yeah, so they're reporting that earlier this week, Portia Williams uploaded a video showcasing the excruciating pain one must go through when removing a tattoo. So in the clip shared on July 5th, the reality star is seen screaming and ice in the back of her ear as she's getting laser treatment in an attempt to remove the permanent ink she got with her ex-fiance, Dennis McKinley. So that tattoo that the exes got when they were together included pictures of a cross, a heart, and a dollar sign. So it's showing actually
Not a hot dog.
Dang. It says, in addition to the recording, Williams revealed in the caption that although she was in the process of getting the ink removed, she couldn't go through with it because of the painful procedure. So the 41-year-old wrote, wait a minute. She said, baby, I'm down for the tattoo removal, but hunty, I'll be back when I get some numbing cream. That'll do it. I'm out. Hashtag immediately no. Hashtag tattoo removal. So on July 6th, the day following the upload, McKinley took to his Instagram story to respond to her video when nobody asked. And he expressed that he already gotten his matching tattoo covered up, probably with another girl's name. So while sharing a cross, a heart, and a dollar sign emoji, McKinley wrote, I've been covered mine up. You late, my baby. So
no one cares.
Nobody cared because then the Twitterverse came for him.
Of course they did. Goodness.
And it was like, but what was there to respond to, Dennis?
Right.
And another person says, but why do you care though? Chill, relax. You said chill, relax.
I think he's a little butt hurt.
Let that hurt go, boy. Let that hurt go, my boy, is what they said. And said at his big age, he's so pressed. So the Twitterverse really has something
Portia
to
got
say.
fans like Beyonce, don't she?
Baby.
Why can't I be hurt for a little bit? You know what I'm saying?
Don't be hurt about no daggone tattoo removal. But they was like, if there's one thing I find completely unattractive on a man, is when he's being petty online.
Oh, he's always been petty though. He's like the king of petty.
I feel like he's
the king of petty. And so here's the thing. I wish that Dennis would have just left it at, the picture that he took with Portia and Simon for Father's Day. Was it last year?
That was last year.
It was just last year.
Over a year ago.
They were married in record time.
No, they were engaged. They're not married.
Okay. They were engaged within 3 months.
No, they're still not married.
Oh, really?
Are you sure?
I'm sure they are not married.
They were engaged within like 3 months.
Within 2 months, they were engaged.
Wow.
It was 2 months. But she talked about it on the show.
But wasn't the old girl's the original wife? Wasn't she on the Real Housewives too?
She was, as a friend of the show. She
actually as a friend of Portia.
Friend. She came in as Portia's friend. But Portia's story, I
Yeah.
got the background on how the friend thing came up on the show. They met out. I guess while she was out with her husband and Portia was out with Dennis, they did meet out. They did meet in public and then got acquainted. And then
I think they were at one of Simon's clubs.
Right. It was one of Siva's. I think it was Siva's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it was Siva's.
Republic. I thought it was
or
Republic.
Something
It was
right down in
Republic.
that area.
Oh, Republic, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah.
But they weren't really friends. I mean, that's how they
No.
do on those
Not in real
shows.
life.
Yeah. Just to
You know.
introduce somebody, you gotta have a friend.
Exactly.
Dang. Fallon, that didn't work out for you too well, huh?
And Portia moved
But
in for the
no.
kill, baby.
But Fallon though, remember she left that marriage pregnant
Oh, really?
Right, by the help.
by the personal trainer.
Child.
Wait. Hold on.
No, I
Fallon
don't
is
even think he was a
pregnant.
personal trainer. He was like an assistant
I
or
thought he
something.
was a personal
No, he was
trainer.
like a personal
You trying to
assistant.
get me killed out here? I'm a trainer. Don't be putting my business out there.
Man.
What did you do?
Yo, I thought it was a trainer. We might have to
Oh,
verify.
so she was.
He's like a personal assistant. Have you seen him, baby? That's not no personal trainer, honey.
What is it?
I mean, he look good though, don't
He don't look like nobody's personal
he? He
trainer.
don't? Okay. I ain't looked that hard.
Wow.
No, he was a personal assistant turned baby daddy.
Oh, so she stepped out on the marriage basically.
Yeah.
She did.
And Portia came in and cleaned that thing.
Portia, let me
Sweeped it right
tell
on
y'all
up.
something. Portia
Sweep
slid
that mess
right on
right
in
on
that
up.
man DMs, and she said, "How are you doing? Are you okay?
Handsome.
Do
How you
you
doing?
need anything?
Do you want to talk about it?
I know this is probably a horrible, tough time for you."
And I have this shoulder you can lean on.
Mm.
Okay. Well, that puts a whole new spin on it. I didn't know old girl that stepped out on buddy.
Oh yeah.
She did.
So they were talking. Well, he said that. Simon said that, and so everybody said, "Oh no, you're just trying to validate what you did." And 7-8 months later, there goes the child.
Hey.
Yeah.
Wow. It's tough in these streets, boy.
But remember, she did that interview and she was fake crying, like she was hurt.
Wow. Knowing she was pregnant, and she wore
was
white.
pregnant. She was pregnant at the time. Doing
And
an interview about
she
her
wore
marriage.
white, baby, like she was godly. Girl, if you don't go sit down, yeah, honey.
But y'all, guess what?
Gotta be more careful.
There's some more petty exes in the news because you know Trick Daddy stay in the news saying something
Oh,
crazy.
Lord.
So, but in an interview with the Breakfast Club, the Miami rapper had many fans question his logic when it came to being adamantly against divorce, but endorses having side pieces. Okay, Trick Daddy and his estranged wife Joy Young have reportedly called it quits for some time now. Although the Love and Hip Hop star has made it clear that he has no plans to sign the divorce papers unless his current girlfriend asks to marry him, he says the only way I get divorced is if my girl want to marry me. In my mind right now, I'm like a dual point guard, one and done. So, according to him, he'd rather allow Young to have boyfriends, calling them boyfriend-in-laws, despite Young's desire to dissipate the marriage, which DJ Envy pointed out on the show. And he says, that's what she say. If she want a divorce, she need to stop using my name. Then she going around messing with all these dudes trying to find me. I'm right here.
I don't think she's
I don't
using
think
his
so.
name though. I mean, look, she's Trina's cousin,
Right.
and Trina, but we already know Trina is the baddest. Okay.
Mhm. She
So-
don't need to find another Trick Daddy.
Oh wow.
I wouldn't want another Trick Daddy. That's
Trick
why
love
she
the kids.
left. Come on, man.
Trick
She's
is a
not trying to
mess.
find
Trick
you
is
again.
funny.
Trick, just let that lady go. Let her live her life.
I love me some Trick
He was
Daddy.
hilarious. He like the old.
He
the old
is
dirty
so
days.
toxic.
I did some work with Trick Daddy about
He's so
2 decades ago,
Man.
and I appreciate that opportunity. Yeah, but
You want to elaborate?
right.
well, no, really, like literally music.
Okay.
I mean, God, I'm thinking he R. Kelly's you or something. And she
No.
escaped. But
No,
nah.
but yeah, he gave me a warm welcome to Liberty City.
Hey.
Yeah, a couple decades ago. And the crazy thing is, I was actually, ironically, doing work with Latasha Scott of Escape.
Mhm.
And her husband was my manager, her husband, Rocky, who used to be R. Kelly's road manager, surprisingly. So, yeah, just to bring that thing full circle, honey. But yeah, Trick love the kids. So yeah, I did some work on Thug Holiday. Y'all remember that song?
Yeah, for
Uh-huh.
sure.
We need to see if we can bring
Pull
that
that
up
one
for
up.
the old school jam of the day.
Oh, yeah. Let's pull
Mhm.
that up.
That's gonna be real nice. But yeah, I mean, I get it, Trick, but how are you allowing? It's the entitlement. It's the narcissism. It's a whole
It's
lot of
the
stuff going
toxic
on.
behavior. That's the whole toxic thought. Like, I'm allowing her to date. Excuse me, sir.
Yeah. All right. Well,
She out here living her life, but yet she cannot be free from this man. Because he's talking about she want to use his name. I doubt it. I really, really do doubt it. But no, we're gonna come back, y'all. We got some great music coming up.
we do. We actually have Money Mayhem coming up.
Oh
Yeah, y'all know what day it is. It's Money Mayhem Monday. And we got a special edition today with the very own Lovely Simone, who's going to take us through these real estate streets.
Skirt, skirt.
So after this break, y'all, we gonna get into it.
Yeah.
Be right back. Litty in the City Show, 101 TKO Radio.
Let's go.
We up. Hey, welcome
Yo,
back.
what's
Welcome back to the
good?
Litty and the
It's
Citty
Monday.
show. It's your
Welcome
girl, everybody's
back.
favorite redheaded cousin.
What's
your girl,
up,
EB
y'all?
Dupree.
It's your girl, Atlanta's own Bree Simone.
And it's the lifestyle connoisseur XYZJD. And guess what day it is?
Guess what day it is?
It's Money Mayhem Monday. And you know what that means. We get to the bag. And today we got a special edition. It's a very, very special edition. Please get your pens, your papers, your pads, your recorders, your tape recorders, your DVRs, and everything else to record this session of Money Mayhem Monday.
I feel like I need a drum roll or something.
I don't know how to work this thing, y'all.
There we go. Yes.
It's Atlanta's own Love Bree Simone coming with these real estate streets for Money Mayhem Monday.
Hey, y'all. Hey, it's your girl, Atlanta's own Bree Simone, aka the real realtor. Okay. And on today's edition of Money Mayhem Monday, I'm going to be talking about real estate, the things that you should consider when purchasing real estate. First off, let me just be really, really clear. Real estate has always been and will always be one of the best investments you can make. Okay. Yeah. So consistently, it has and always will increase in value. And guess what? It typically outperforms other investment vehicles. So y'all know on Money Mayhem, we're always talking about ways to get to the bag, ways to increase your money. And so we want to make sure that you guys are out here diversifying. Okay. We want to make sure that you are diversifying your portfolio. All right, of investments. And so I would just really, really, really hope that if you can become a homeowner, you are a homeowner. And if you cannot, and if you're not in a position to become a homeowner right now, you are working on it. All right. Because once again, real estate is one of the best investments you can make today and yesterday, right? And guess what? The same is going to be true tomorrow. In fact, 90% of millionaires acquired their wealth by investing in real estate. All right. So some of the benefits of real estate include tax advantages. All right. Diversifying your portfolio and having a tangible and usable asset. All right. So what I really want to get into today is one of the most important things to consider when making a real estate purchase. Okay. So the most important thing to consider when purchasing real estate is location, location, location. All right. Location is going to have the largest effect on your home value. So one thing to think about is the condition and the price of any home can be changed. All right. Let me say that again. The condition and the price of any home can be changed. The size can be changed. The appearance can be changed, right? What's the one thing that cannot change when it comes to real estate? Location. All right. So supply and demand are the two factors that play a role in real estate appreciation. So how this works is housing supply in great locations is going to be limited to the number of houses in that location. All right. Location is going to create desirability. Desirability creates demand, and demand raises prices. That is how that works. So again, when you are considering your real estate purchase, the one and only thing you should really be concerned with is location. So we all know that, you know, if you are from Atlanta, if you know Atlanta's history, if you know Atlanta's real estate tapestry, you'll know that there's a lot of gentrification going on. All right. So, you know, in the world of real estate, we refer to that as reverse engineering. But around my way, where I'm from, we call it gentrification, honey. Okay. And so here's the thing. When you can't beat them, you do what?
Join them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So it's time for us to get in the mindset of those people who are responsible for and behind the wheel of gentrification. All right. So stop looking at the current status of the neighborhood and start paying attention to the future of the neighborhood. So these are some real gems, right? And this applies to anyone who is looking for an owner-occupied home. So if you're looking for a home to occupy yourself, or if you're looking for a real estate investment, pay attention to the location. And again, be more concerned about the future of the neighborhood. All right. So people always ask me when they call me up, is the neighborhood safe? Or they tell me when I say, what are your non-negotiables? What are the things that you are looking for in your home? And so they always say, well, I want to make sure that is safe. And here's the truth about safety, right? Safety is relative, number one. That's the first thing, because people, you'd be surprised. They come down from New York and some of these other places, and everywhere is safe in Atlanta. Okay. You can take them to some of the worst neighborhoods and they're like, okay, all right. So you have investors and people from these other states coming to the city of Atlanta and really capitalizing on some of these untouched and untapped gems in some of these hoods, because some of us are so concerned about safety. All right, look, here's another thing when it comes to safety. Have you ever been in a neighborhood and noticed that there are pockets, right? So it could be a really, really great neighborhood, and then you can go 2 blocks and all of a sudden you are like, where am I? And how did I get here?
That happens all the time in Atlanta.
All the time. And so when people come to me and they're concerned with safety, I tell them, I can't tell you a general area that's safe, but what I can do, because I know Atlanta's real estate tapestry, is I can direct you to the good pockets. Okay. In almost every city, in almost every area, I can direct you to the good pockets. So that's what we are looking for. Okay. So again, stop looking at the current status of the neighborhood and start paying attention to the future of that neighborhood. All right. And always have a plan when you buy a house, whether you're buying the house for you and your family to live in, or you are investing. Always have a plan. And consider this: the average person moves every 7 years.
Okay.
Every 7 years. Okay. And so that kind of changes when you get a little bit older and you're, downsizing. A lot of times our 55 and older community, okay, they're downsizing and they're looking for their forever home to live out like the last couple of decades of their life, right? But for somebody who's younger than that, consider this: you will not be staying in that house forever. Just know that.
Right.
Just know that. So you need to think about, like I said, the average person moves every 7 years. So when you are deciding where you want to make that purchase, think about who's going to want, or who will want to live in your home in 7 years, right? Okay, let's talk about millennials, because millennials are kind of powering this machine. Millennials more than ever are deciding to purchase over rent. Okay, these millennials out here, they are not trying to pay anybody's rent. In fact, the average price for a 2-bedroom apartment right now is well over $2,000 a month in Atlanta. All right. I don't know about you, but I would rather take that $2,000 a month and invest that into a tangible asset that I will actually own myself. And so in 2 or 3 years, even if it's not the home that I want to live in for 7 years, I would rather take that $2,000, invest it in a home that when I decide to move in 2 or 3 years, which is the case when most people rent, I'm at least going to leave that home with some amount of equity. Okay, even if it's $5,000, it's going to be more than you leave with when you leave that apartment, okay, or that house that you're renting.
And one question: what is equity, just for the folks who may not know what it is?
So equity is the difference between what you owe on your house and the value of your home. All right, so I just had the privilege of closing with a young lady, 23 years old. And these are the moments that I really, really live for, right? 23 years old, very first property. She came to me and I found her a diamond in the rough. Again, she came to me. I'm 23 years old. I'm a single female. She's fresh out of college. Her number one priority was safety, right? She didn't want to live in College Park. Guess where she moved and bought her house?
College Park.
I was able to find her an area of College Park that was highly desirable. All right. So when you are choosing a real estate professional as well, and y'all, if you don't have a real estate professional guiding you through the process, please get one. don't go it alone. Okay. Please don't. All right. And get somebody who cares about the outcome. Get somebody who really cares about you, who is going to advise you accordingly. So what I did was I found her a home in a good pocket of College Park. I also educated her on the Aerotropolis that is coming to College Park. And this thing has been in the works for about 15 years now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's supposed to be something very similar to Atlantic Station. All right. And so when this thing finally is developed, it's going to be huge. It's going to be huge for people who own in South Fulton, namely College Park. But any of the Tri-Cities, right? East Point, Hateville, College Park. So if you are thinking about making a purchase, that is something you should be considering, College Park. So anyway, I found her this house, walked her into $13,000 worth of equity right off the jump.
Ooh.
Okay. Over 1 acre
Mm.
in South Fulton.
Wow.
And so this home that I walked her into $13,000 of equity on will most likely do nothing but appreciate in value. And then once the Aerotropolis drops, guess what? Boom. That 13,000 is going to quadruple.
Mm.
All right. So those are the
Yes.
things to consider. All right. So again, always have a plan. Think about who is going to want your house in 7 years. And also just know that these millennials are not playing. Like I said, they are not renting. They want to buy. They are purchasing. And these kids are making money, all right, without going to college. And so they are getting younger and younger and purchasing right off the rip. So think about locations that are going to appeal to millennials. Now, that is a huge gem. All right. Pay attention to who your buyer is going to be in the future. That is going to help when you sell down the line. Okay. All right. And also consider too, millennials make up the largest pool of buyers. Okay. So some other location factors to consider: schools. All right. Schools is very high up on the list. Again, schools is a sub subject of what? Location, right?
Mhm.
All right. So when you're thinking about schools, you have to understand that schools are going to keep your home values high. All right. Schools are going to keep your home values high. So when you are considering location, consider your schools. I can tell you from experience that there are people who will take the amount of money that they would spend for private schools and things like that and put it into housing. All right. So you can use that money, shift it to housing, and target areas with good schools. And these are for my people who are considering private schools, right? There are some really, really great public schools out here that will afford you the benefit of a private school education. So what you do is you take that money that you would have otherwise spent for private school, you shift it to your housing. Okay. You buy in those areas that are going to have really, really good public schools. And guess what? Once your kids graduate, move out of that house, sell that house to somebody who's going to do the same, because I can guarantee you that that house will have appreciated in value. Take that money that you have just earned due to appreciation, pull out that equity, and go and get the house of your dreams. All right. This is how it works. These are things to consider. Again, it's location, location, location. So schools is one of your biggest sub areas of location. All right. And then transportation. Got to think about it. What makes for an easy commute? What makes for an easy commute?
Living
That
next
is
to the interstate. Definitely.
exactly. So you
Mhm.
want easily accessible locations. So the closer you are to an interstate without being too close to the interstate, the better, right?
Mhm.
Another thing, think about public transportation. Is public transportation available? All right. That's one thing you want to think about as well. And another thing, you will see a lot of the reason, or a big part of the reason why people are coming to the city, investors namely, and buying up all of these properties on the west side of Atlanta, is because it's so close to downtown and Buckhead. All right. So think about that. You know, there are people who say, I don't want to live over there. Why not? All right. Because that's one of the biggest areas that's undergoing gentrification, or reverse engineering, as we like to call it in the world of real estate. All right. So think about how accessible the property is. All right. So transportation. The other thing, local amenities. Make sure you have a home that is close enough to grocery stores. that's close enough to shopping, that's close enough to restaurants. All of those things are going to help your value, your home value. All right. Entertainment, even. You want to make sure. And so that's why it costs so much to live in Midtown.
Right.
That's why it costs so much to live downtown. That's why it costs so much to live in Buckhead. So these are some of the things that you should be considering. So again, when you get ready to purchase, number one, find a qualified real estate professional to help you through the process. All right. Also, do your homework, do your own research, and mainly consider location before you decide where you want to purchase. Again, safety, things like that, the appearance of the home, all of those things can change. Okay. They can, and they do change. The one thing that does not change is location. And another thing that I want you guys to consider, and I'm going to leave you with this. They aren't making any more land, y'all. They are not making any more land. All right. So get your piece of the pie while you can.
There you have it, folks.
All right. I'm about to drop the mic.
There you have
and
it, folks.
exit stage left on that note.
Listen, y'all, that was the real of the realest of the real estate edition of Money Mayhem Mondays. You know how we do. You have to, in order to gain money, it takes action. In order to maintain money, it takes behavior. But in order to grow money, it takes what? Knowledge. And Bree just dropped it. Give her a hand, y'all. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah,
that was good. I learned a lot during that.
I was
taking notes and stuff like that. I actually got my pen out.
This thing is over there taking notes on that. Yeah, that's good.
This is what I like to do. Okay.
Because one thing we do know about gentrification or reverse engineering is that downtown was an area where people didn't want to live at one point too.
That's where all the homes were.
Right.
Perry homes,
yeah,
absolutely homes.
Yeah.
Mechanicsville. Have y'all seen Mechanicsville lately?
Adamsville,
sure.
Mechanicsville, all the villas,
all the towns too. People's Town, Cabbage Town.
Man,
do you know how much money it costs? Preston's like,
Preston new today. You don't understand.
Like, what is
Cabbage Town.
That is not Atlanta,
right? Cabbage Town. Look, he would say that coming from what is the Corn Huskers state?
Listen,
The
y'all
corn
gonna come up there one time.
Well,
they gonna love you.
Right.
They
gonna
grow
love you, and y'all gonna
corn
always
and they
wanna
grow
come back.
corn. Yeah, they grow corn.
I'm telling you, it's nice, it's safe, it's friendly.
I bet you it is safe.
They super friendly. That's what's gonna catch you off
Unless
guard.
you're getting lost in the corn maze. Children of the Corn. Was that taped in Nebraska? See what I'm saying?
Yes,
That's
that was
dangerous.
taped
Was it?
It was.
Wow.
Oh my God. What would City do right now?
Children.
Oh my God. And on that note, you
that
guys,
one on camera right there.
We'll be
That
back
was perfect.
after this music break, y'all. It's Litty in the City Show.
yeah.
Wow, I didn't know it was taped in the
Welcome
Dang.
back to the
Welcome
Litty and the City
back.
show.
Hey.
It's your girl, everybody's favorite redheaded cousin, E.B. Dupree.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Atlanta's own Bree Simone.
And it's the lifestyle connoisseur XYZJD.
And guess what? It is 8:39.
Oh, well.
And that was the old school jam of the day, Trick Daddy with Thug Holiday.
Featuring Latasha Sky, honey. Do not forget Latasha Sky. That's Atlanta's
Atlanta's
own,
own.
baby.
Atlanta's
That's
own.
Atlanta royalty, baby.
Latasha Sky,
Come
Tri-City
on, girl.
grad,
Of
right?
already
Escape.
know.
That's right.
Mhm.
Right.
Okay.
Hey.
So what we want to do, we want to talk about what we were doing back in August of 2002 when this was released.
Well, I could tell you what I was doing. I was writing.
Okay.
I actually wrote a verse on this song.
Hey.
Okay.
Okay.
Shout out to Bree Simone.
Yes, honey.
Yes,
So
working
we-
that pen.
and to this day, still doing it. All right. Them checks, honey, them royalty checks, they be hitting different, honey. Every quarter, you be like, oh, thank you, Lord. Thank you. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I'm so glad you just spent that.
Check.
Right. I'm going to be expecting my 25 cents. Okay. Please and thank you. But yeah, so I remember that time in my life very vividly. I was on the road very heavily. Okay. Very, very heavily. Singing background for a lot of different artists, writing for artists. Had a really amazing time, but I also had a child.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And my daughter was born in 99. So she would have been about 3 years old around this time. And so it got really hard to be away from her after a while. And so if you know anything about, singing backup and traveling, when you're singing backup, you don't have enough money for your child to travel with you because you can't exactly afford a nanny. Okay.
Mhm.
So, I was like, I think I'm going to have to take this hat off and hang it up for a little while. At least the traveling part, but I continued to write. So that's what I'm doing.
So how did you get linked up with Trick Daddy Dollars?
Trick Daddy Dollar. Y'all know Trick love the kids. So I was actually managed back in the day by Latasha Scott's husband, Rocky.
Okay.
And so, Rocky used to be R. Kelly's road manager at one point. So, there's actually some history there between me and Trick Daddy Dollar and Robert Kelly.
You could have been
Okay.
one of those in the room.
Child.
In the dungeon, locked in the dungeon.
Real money showers, honey.
Ooh. Golden showers.
That sounds cool.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Preston said that sounds cool.
A money shower, Evie, not a golden shower.
I was talking about the money. I was talking about the money.
The money, of course.
Evie's like, no, it
doesn't. The money, of course.
Right?
Because we just learned that Preston like to trick off, so we learned that.
Right.
Oh, we did learn it over the break, y'all.
We did learn that.
Listen, it was amateur night, and it only happened twice. That's all. I'm not going back.
Evie, what were you doing? This was close to your birthday.
Yeah, in 2002, I had just turned, or I was about to turn 21.
Oh,
So yeah, I was turning 21 August 7th. This came out on the 6th, so probably nothing because I was in Dias. I was in Abilene, Texas, with that one club that we had. And at this time, I didn't even know I was getting deployed. But I did end up getting
Wow.
deployed a month later, out of Abilene, Texas. But yeah, nothing.
So who was at the one club?
Life, everybody.
So was it just like the people from the military base?
No, it was everybody, the townies and us. So it was everybody.
Did y'all have a lot of community D?
remember the one friend I told y'all about?
Oh,
He was community D.
So this
amongst the crew.
Your friend from Nebraska?
No, we didn't go.
Wait.
It's close.
right. Yeah,
This
you
guy.
you missed that story, Preston.
Yeah, he was our community D.
Mm.
So we shared him. But no, yeah. And actually he was getting deployed with me too. So I probably was getting some D from him around the birthday time because
Of course, it was your birthday.
Yep, that guy. Yep, that guy. He was
JD.
always coming through.
What about you? Not the community D part. I mean, what were you doing around August 2002?
I was had graduated. Well, I was a class of 02 in Hampton. So I was finishing
Shout
up.
out to Hampton
Shout out
University.
Shout out to Hampton, the educated Black people. I think I was finishing up a class at Atlanta Metro Tech, so I could get my degree from Hampton.
Okay.
So I was on Metropolitan Avenue. Shout out to Metropolitan.
I wrote a song about Metropolitan, y'all.
At Atlanta Metro Tech, taking a math class, so I can get my degree.
Okay.
That was an interesting class because, of course, everybody thought I was bougie because I could formulate, complete sentences.
You're like, where you from?
What you doing here?
Pretty much, everybody's looking at me like, what are you doing here?
Who it did?
Who did?
It was fun. It was fun times. That's what I was doing.
Preston, what about you? You was in Nebraska?
I was at Park Middle School running around.
Park
Middle school. Preston, how old are you?
How old are you?
Oh, baby.
I ain't no baby now.
Baby.
Were you a teacher at the middle school?
No, I'm 33.
Oh,
baby.
I got the old.
Wow.
Oh, no, I'm a grown man.
I'm a grown man.
She was talking about hammers. I got one of those.
Whoa.
Wait a minute, Preston. You gotta mute his mic.
All right.
Don't be telling people I'm a baby.
It ain't no baby hammer. It's a sledgehammer.
He like the one that you saw on Thor this weekend.
That's me.
The mighty hammer.
Man, this Nebraska Cornhusker hammer.
Not so much to do in Nebraska, so you got.
Yeah, you
Gotta
did
do
say.
something.
He did say that the only thing they do in Nebraska
We
is
already know what that means.
You gotta
yes.
be good at something.
Yes.
He said, "What you say about community D?"
He might be talking about that whiskey D up in Nebraska because that's all they do is drink
Listen.
and have sticks.
So what was you
The sixes.
You said you was in middle
You
school.
said you was in middle school.
Yes. I was at church camp, one of the two. I was
In
middle
August.
school.
Were you slinging the hammer at church
He
camp?
probably was.
No,
Of course he
no,
was.
I was not.
How old were you?
I was 13.
Yeah, you was slinging him, man. He didn't have nothing else to do. He was in the cornfield.
I'm looking him dead in his eyes right now. I'm trying to see.
He lying.
I'm not lying. At 13, I was not. My friends probably.
Okay.
But I couldn't get out the house, so
Okay.
I was not doing.
He was going to church.
You were a preacher's kid?
Yeah, I'm a preacher.
I knew it.
Oh wow! Oh Lord!
He was going to church, y'all.
No.
How old were you? I hope your mom and your dad not listening. How old were you when you started slinging the hammer?
Well, it took me a while to start slinging it.
But once he started,
I couldn't stop. That thing was slinging.
It was
Which
slinging
way?
all over the place.
Litty.
It was slinging from left to right,
We told y'all.
Up and down.
8:30
and from side to side,
East to west,
good, north to south.
We told y'all when
That's
8:30 hit,
Preston
it's Litty.
Yes,
My boy said, "Well, it took
Preston.
me a while to start slinging it."
But once it started slanging, that slang was slanging. That
It
thing
was a
slanging,
wrap.
That
hammer was hammering.
Golly, I just know so much about our CEO.
Oh no, you know so much.
But he
about
cool for real.
He cool.
I got caught. You got me talking about stuff I ain't supposed to.
But now, y'all, we gonna take a quick break, a short break. We'll be back
Man.
after this music
When
break.
we come back, y'all already know it's What Men Want Monday.
Y'all.
I got a good one for y'all. Ladies, go ahead, take out your pens and your paper. Get ready to take some notes because I told you I'm about to tell you exactly how to get your man, sis. This is the season of getting your man.
Mm.
All right.
Coming up next, it's the Litty and the City Show. And we back. Welcome back to the Litty and the City show.
Welcome back.
You still here with us?
Yeah. Thank y'all for tuning in with us tonight, man.
We appreciate y'all.
Yep. So what we got coming up next, Bree Simone?
Well, so first of all, it is it's almost 9:00.
Uh-oh.
And so it is it's only right that I put on my after 9 voice. All right.
That's her girl 6 voice.
This is it. You know,
On some real.
it's your girl Atlanta's own Bree Simone. This is the moment where I take it a little deep.
A little deeper.
A little deep. All right. So on today's episode of What Men Want Monday, we're going to be talking about what men want in women, right? 5 ways to make him chase you.
Oh, wait,
Okay.
what my note put? My notepad.
Girl,
Wait,
get it. Again, what men want in a woman. 5 ways. 5 ways
5.
to make him chase you.
Let me see. Okay. All right. Men, if this is the truth, I need y'all to chime in.
So this is the great thing about our show. We have 4 wonderful hosts, right? Co-hosts, if you will. 2 girls, 2 guys with very different perspectives. And I absolutely love it because, everybody gets to chime in.
Yeah.
So although I'm the authority, we still get to hear firsthand from other men, other women about whether or not these things are spot on. And let me just go ahead and tell y'all again, most of the time it's spot on. Okay. So in memory of my boy, your boy, some of y'all's boys, and maybe some not, I don't know. EB, I don't know how you felt about Kevin Samuels, but the first thing on the list is a high value woman.
Mm-hmm.
A high value woman.
Okay.
A high value woman. EB, I'm gonna give you a moment to get it together so you can go ahead and write this down, girl. A high value woman. Okay.
Okay, high value. What
Let
does
me-
that mean? Is she a hooker?
She could be. All right. She probably needs to behave like one. All right. Undercover though. Okay. Not just kind of like outwardly hookerish.
She on back page is what you mean.
No, please don't be on back page.
No.
All right.
No.
See, this is President, like, let me find out.
Wait a
Is
minute.
it backpage.com?
Wait a minute.
Right. So the first thing on the list, coming in at number 5. All right.
This is 5.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
number 5.
Number 5.
A high value woman. So here's the
High.
thing. All right. People value what is not easily given or gotten. All right.
Yeah.
And we know this. Okay. Anything that we have to actually work for has a higher perceived value.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that means you have to make him work for it.
Okay.
All right. And so that takes on many different shapes and forms. Right. But basically, don't be a backstage hooker or a back page hooker right off the bat.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Just wait a little bit. Go to Craigslist first. Oh, okay. I'm just
Right. Start off somewhere else. No. But you definitely at some point you got to break out the back page action.
okay.
But not in the beginning. All
Okay.
right. You have to go ahead and ignite the chase.
Mhm.
All right. So being a high value woman means that your time and attention isn't just given to anyone. Okay. So you can't be out here just entertaining any and everybody. All right.
You gotta
Yeah.
make me feel special.
Yeah.
Mm.
Exclusive.
And put in a little chase. I can agree with that because man, we like to chase. We don't want to break a sweat now.
Right.
So how
right.
much chasing are you really gonna do?
JD, like, I'm a jog. I might jog.
It's gonna be a brisk walk.
Right. Like, no, I'm not doing a 100-yard dash.
Nah.
I just
I'm
need to
trying to
know
break the
what is
sweat.
the rhythm in which the chasing will happen, because I think I be trying to make people chase me, but I be making them sprint real hard.
Oh, see, no.
No,
Okay,
no.
sprint them.
Oh, okay.
No.
Just no. Oh,
A light jog.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
he be dead
I'm
serious.
like, take off then. Take off.
Child. So yeah, but this forces a man to bring his A game, right?
Mhm.
And that's what you want out of a man. You want him to bring his A game. So you give him a little bit. You have to just kind of ration it out, right? All right. So high value. Now, also, a high value woman has her own opinions, all right, about things.
Yeah.
Okay. And she's vocal about them. You can't just tell her that the sky is purple when it's not. Now, if it's purple, I mean, that's one thing. But if it's not purple, a high value woman is going to tell you it's not. All right.
Ooh, this is a good one because there's a distinction between being gullible, combative, opinionated, and smart. Because it depends on what he's presenting, right? Because if he's telling you the sky's purple, you obviously know the sky's not purple.
Right.
But you
don't buy in. You don't buy in to that extent.
Yeah.
There are certain things that you buy into.
Yeah.
That's not one of them.
Got it.
Because a part of that perceived value is intelligence.
Lord.
Okay.
She bought that. Right?
I got it.
Right. A part of that perceived value is intelligence, for sure. Okay. Men love an intelligent woman. All right. So yeah. So make sure that you are not coming across as too gullible. In fact, you don't want to be gullible at all. So yeah, I don't know about gullible. You do want to be a catering woman. I do advise you to be a catering woman, but not gullible. All right. Okay. So you also need to be confident, right?
Right.
And just be your own person. So that's a part of that high value. Okay. A high value woman also knows how to be treated.
We got Nelly chiming in.
We love the thrill of the chase, but the woman wants to be caught. Okay.
We want to be caught. I don't want to keep running.
But you making the man sprint.
I just need to know how fast he's supposed to run.
Girl, slow down, EB. Slow down a little bit.
Just saying. I'm just asking. See why I'm still single? Because, they probably out there still trying to catch their breath. I'm just saying.
All right, y'all. EB is clearly a high value woman.
What is the next
high value woman has principles and standards, honey, that she live her life by. And clearly, EB is a woman of principles and standards, baby. You gonna chase, okay? EB said you gonna sprint.
Yes.
Okay.
Marathon me.
All right. So also, being playful and kind. Okay. There's a certain warmth that brings. Okay. So just being able to be lighthearted. All right. Okay. So let's go to number 2. Someone that enjoys her own life.
Okay. Okay.
You got to have your own life, sis. Okay.
But not to the point where he's trying to figure out where you are at 3:00 in the morning because you ain't at home.
Because she's in the club all the time.
Because you on Backpage.
Right. Just saying.
So here's the thing.
What's the balance?
Men are attracted to women who have their own interests and hobbies and friends. Okay. You can't just be tagging along with your man and his homeboys everywhere he goes, right? Because you have to find that balance to what you just said. You got to find that balance. You have to create a certain amount of space.
Yeah.
Okay. We were just talking about that space off air, right? Space is good.
Yeah.
Space is good. You need that energy. All right. So make sure you have your own life. Again, don't be out here on Backpage.
And because when he has stuff to do, you don't want to be worried about what he's doing all the time because you ain't got no business.
Let me tell you something. Baby, you will die of worration, as my mom would say. Worration, okay.
Worration.
I think it just creates balance. Because
it
then
does.
I can kind of look at you like, all right, she got it going. I like that.
Right,
I like that.
Absolutely, because here's the thing, right? That helps to create interest.
Yeah.
All right. So one of the reasons why men are normally attracted to a woman is because of the things that she loves to do and her interests and, the things that she shows him initially, right?
Yeah.
Right.
That makes him attracted to her. It's like, oh,
yep.
Oh, okay. I see you out there doing your thing. Okay, I like that about you. It's like me, when men see me moving and shaking as a realtor.
Yeah.
that is attractive to many of them.
Mhm.
Right. And like, cause I'm a goal smasher. I'm out here trying to smash all the goals, you know what I'm saying? And so you never want to get to a point where you lose yourself and you're so caught up in your relationship and your man that you stop pursuing those things that you were out here doing first and foremost, because 9 times out of 10, that's one of the reasons why that man was into you in the first place.
Correct.
All right.
That is true.
So the next thing, connection. Okay.
Mhm.
The way that you establish a connection is through efficient and effective communication.
Okay.
All right. That's one of the ways that you establish
And
a
that's not men's
connection.
forte.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. So there's also a way to go about doing it, right? Because you don't want to come off as a therapist.
Facts.
I've been guilty of that before. Okay. Because, I can be pretty methodical.
Yeah.
In the way that I explain things and how I break things down and when I'm trying to get people to see my point.
Yeah.
And it's for me because I'm trying to communicate effectively, right? But you have to be careful again to just not come off as like, okay, come and lay down on my couch.
Mhm.
But, communication, again, it helps to build that connection, right? Find out why people do what they do. You should be aspiring. EV is over here taking notes for real, y'all. Aspire to find out why your partner works, their mind works the way it does,
Mhm.
right?
I think it's interesting, like when you say communication, it's about how you communicate and what you do prior to communication.
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
if you got a lot to say, you want me in a good space to be able to receive that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Facts.
And so put me in a good space so I can receive that.
Absolutely.
Put me in a good space. Yeah.
But it just makes sense. So that way I can receive what you're trying to say. Because if you're trying to communicate a whole bunch and I'm not in a space where I can receive it, then you disappointed because I didn't receive it.
Yeah.
You didn't put me in a space where I was.
I like that.
Yeah.
Y'all heard it, ladies. That came from Preston himself, honey. The COO, okay?
Mr. Cool.
The corn
Himself.
husk himself.
The corn husker himself.
We better have
The
a line of
sledgehammer
listeners.
himself, honey.
Hey,
Okay,
I
so
like that one. I can live with that.
again, communication, ladies. Communication is one of the keys to finding out the things that you have in common, which is the starting point for building and establishing connection. Okay. The next thing, mystery.
Mm.
Ooh, mystery. What about it?
Mystery, honey.
What about
There
it?
is a lot to learn, okay, but it only gets revealed a little at a time.
The mystery. Is that number 3?
That is number 3.
Number 3.
Okay. So,
Mystery.
as a woman, I think that most women are both complicated and simple, right? So you have to find that balance between the two. And then again, just like, kind of maintaining that high value, right? You have to also maintain the mystery. You can't just give it all away at once in the beginning. Okay. So, you want to be vulnerable, but not too vulnerable, right?
Right.
And that shouldn't happen overnight. So, and I had to learn this the hard way because I too can be a very transparent person. So I do a lot of things in the name of transparency, right? Everybody don't need to know everything.
Right.
Okay. So reserve some things, some thoughts for yourself. Okay. And even when you are trying to establish and build trust, make sure that, you are putting your best foot forward and not just dumping, like dumping all of your flaws and your faults and things like that when you meet somebody. Okay.
Yeah.
Because again, we're not trying to run them away. We're trying to make them chase us. So you don't want to, do those things that have them turning around and running the opposite way. Because I'm going to tell you, baby, when they turn around, that's when they start sprinting. All right. That's one thing about men, honey. They like, okay, we might do a brisk walk towards you. Okay.
Right.
I might do a light jog. But baby, when a man is turned off, Child, it's a sprint. Okay.
Like Olympics in this bitch.
Yeah.
It's the mad dash. All right.
But
Y'all believe me when I say so. Mystery.
One thing with that mystery and transparency, leave your ex in the past. I don't care. I don't want to hear about it every conversation.
Absolutely. And you know what? And don't be asking about his ex.
Right.
Please don't ask about my exes.
But I need him to not ask about hers. Like, for real, guys be asking about your ex too. Because I've had a guy like,
that's
am I the best you ever
again,
had type question.
that's where mystery comes into play.
Right.
Sis.
And I'm gonna tell you the truth.
No, don't tell him the truth.
You ask me the question, I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Mystery. That's why we doing this right now. Okay? Stop telling him the truth, EB.
Lie.
Maintain some mystery.
Maybe I want him to sprint. I don't know.
Oh yeah, if you try to get him to do the mad dash away,
Nah.
tell him the truth.
Good God.
All right. Next on the list, visual chemistry.
Okay, visual. Yes,
Visual
absolutely.
chemistry.
I agree.
Y'all know I'm not lying.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Visual
And I don't
chemistry.
just mean how you look, right? I mean how you act.
Yeah.
I'm talking about your body language. I'm talking about your facial expressions, all of the above, okay? And your physical appearance, how you carry yourself, the confidence that you project.
Mhm.
All of those things are important. All of those things play into visual chemistry.
Mhm.
Right.
Okay, the way you look, the way you dress, it's all a package.
Yeah.
Okay, honey, it creates a whole picture.
Mhm.
All right, so make it look good. Okay, make it look good. All right, is that 5?
No, that's 4. What's the number one thing? I thought that was 4. Because you said mystery was number 3. Visual chemistry came up right behind it.
Okay,
Oh,
So
you
what's
can
the number
combine the
one?
visual chemistry and the mystery. That's a good one. If you can combine the two.
But she was talking about vulnerability and mystery though,
right,
and keeping some things to yourself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I mean, look, these all go hand in hand at the end of the day.
They do.
So this is a recipe. Y'all do understand it, right?
Put your own kick in it though.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. Okay. Because my sauce ain't gonna taste like your sauce and vice versa. All
And I
right.
think I don't know how to be mysterious. I'd be like, you ask me a question. Here's the thing. My mysterious is I'm not gonna answer your question. How about that? I just lead you down another path, I think. Because otherwise, that's the mysterious part. Because I don't understand how you gonna not say something.
Mm-hmm.
How you not gonna present yourself in the right way to where you are actually fully presenting who you are in keeping it mysterious at the same time.
Wait, what?
I don't see what I'm saying.
So
It's confusing
it's
to me.
it's a fine line. Okay.
Is spoon feed me. Don't hit me with a water
Exactly.
hose.
Okay. Oh, boom. I got a great
Hey.
example of this. Okay, so I was on the cruise and I met this guy. He's a white guy. I was not interested in him at all. I'm just telling you this, but I was letting him know that he is overwhelming when he is trying to date a woman, because he was really complaining about the fact that he can't get a woman. He wants to be married. He wants to have kids. He wants to be settled down. I said, well, what's the problem? So he started to run down what he does on dates. Y'all, I was overwhelmed
Yeah.
in his presentation of what he does. And I'm gonna tell you this, he tells them about all of his psychiatric issues.
So there was absolutely no mystery.
There was nothing. I told him, I said, you're telling people too much.
So that's the
All
dump
at
I was
once.
talking about.
It was a full data dump of
You
his life.
cannot
Spoon
do the-
feed me.
You can't
Yeah.
do the dump.
He was
own.
he was force feeding it to his potential dates. Like, I don't have a license, I don't have a job, I live with my mama. I'm clinically insane. I be taking medication every day for this ailment, for this disease, for this. But I was like, bro, you a
He
lie.
needs a different medication.
I said, you a whole lot, because it was no mystery involved. So yeah, I told him, I said, pare it down, just pull it back. If you want somebody to actually be interested in you, you ain't got to tell them everything on day one.
So you
Spoon
should have
feed, I like
learned
that.
from that, EB.
Of course, girl. Yeah. Of
Stop
course I
doing the
did.
data dump.
I don't do data dumps.
Okay.
I barely tell them anything. I be waiting for them to ask me questions, and I'd be like, so you're not gonna ask me anything? Well, tell me something about yourself. Today is Monday.
That's difficult right there.
EB is wondering why she don't have a man. EB like, I mean,
Because
I'm gonna make you sprint.
I be wanting you to be more specific. Like, tell me something about yourself is not enough for me to be an open book with you. Like, you want some mystery, right? So what do you want to know?
That's something you can start right there. Well, one thing about me, I'm not an open book. I like people to boom, 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 boom.
Look at that.
And I do that, but I don't think my presentation is quite like that though.
So here's the thing. That was that communication that helps establish that initial connection.
Right.
So those are the things. So the communication, the connection go hand in hand.
Right.
And that's one of the things. And so actually that was 5. So EB, I don't know, EB skill she over here taking notes.
But
and apparently she missed one of the things.
Communication was one of them.
It was connection, but communication is what fueled the connection. So I'm gonna run down the list really quickly because we got to go to a music break. But number 5 on the list, being a high value woman. Yes. Okay, a high value woman. Number 4, having your own life, having your own interests, okay, and maintaining those things. Number 3, communication, which helps increase and build and ignite the connection. Okay. Number 2, mystery. Be a woman of mystery. Okay. Do not do the data dump. All right. Keep some of it to yourself. And in the words of Preston, spoon feed me, baby. Do not hit me with the hammer. Okay. And number 1 on the list is visual chemistry.
Yes.
Y'all got that?
That visual chemistry. Now explain the visual chemistry. It's like we make eye contact. I see you, you see me.
The visual chemistry is everything.
Hard eyes. I don't know.
What do you think of it?
Is it hard eyes instantly?
Visual chemistry. To me, it's always like what I expect. I want to bring my version of that to the table. Visually, visually. So I want to mind F you. I want you to think about me when I leave the room. I want to imprint an impression on your mind. So my visual is going to give you that. And sometimes
that was a word right there. Okay, more. Give me more.
So the visual chemistry is going to align with that.
I like it. I like that a lot. So everything, again, body language, making eye contact, the way you present yourself, right? Walking in the room with confidence, owning the room, your facial expressions, all of those things, the way you look, the way you dress, baby, the way you smell. Okay. All of those things work together. Okay. It's part of the recipe. And there you have it, y'all. Those are the 5 top things that are going to help you get your man, sis.
Yep.
Okay, this is the season to get your man. All right.
Get your man.
It's your girl, Atlanta's own Bree Simone. And this was What Men Want Monday on the Litty and the City show. Y'all, we got to go to break. When we come back, we got group chat coming up.
Group chat.
Y'all stay tuned.
It's 101 TKO Radio.
Lego.
Yeah, we back with the Litty and the City show. That
Welcome
was our Litty pick
back.
of the day. Chloe with surprise, y'all. Surprise.
I love
Slip
her.
my panties to the side. Anyway, let's get into it, Bree Simone. What we got going on?
Well, y'all already know it's the 9:00 hour. And so that means it's time for
Group chat. Group chat.
Child, we got some more Robert Kelly news to talk about in the group chat tonight. Okay. I just cannot.
I mean,
So here's the headline, y'all. Court documents show a mother coached her daughter on how to seduce R. Kelly. And I just thought it was so appropriate to talk about this because I think this happens a lot more than we know. I think this is pretty common.
okay.
And that's a sad thing.
Yeah.
But yeah. So this child at the time was 17 years old. So this is not just like a mother coaching her adult daughter.
Right.
All right. This is a mother coaching her 17-year-old daughter on how to seduce R. Kelly. So the young girl was invited to Robert's concert.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And she got flued out.
They say what year this was.
They don't say what year it is, but you know, this is in court documents that were filed in February of this year.
So this had to be.
Oh,
he was
you know
touring.
what? I'm sorry. It says this was 2015.
Yeah.
Mm.
Prime time.
April and May of 2015.
Prime time.
Oh gosh.
So
How did he find her?
they have
What?
He didn't have to find her.
They found
Yeah.
him.
exactly. You know, there are people who target stars and celebrities,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
I don't
Yeah.
know if y'all remember back in the day, Kim Zolciak.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Remember,
yeah.
there was something that was said about her daughter
Mhm.
trying to get some
John
John Legend
Legend
tickets.
Some
Yeah.
tickets.
Kim
Mhm.
was trying to get John Legend tickets, and
On
I think
social
she
media.
asked
She
what
was-
she had to get Brielle to do.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
To get those tickets.
Right.
Mhm.
And Nene called her out.
Exactly. And Brielle was, I think she was 16 or 17 at the
She was
time.
like 15 or 16.
Oh,
at the
wow.
time. Mhm.
So that's what I'm
A
saying.
child.
This is prevalent. Okay.
I mean, his fiance, I feel like her mom and dad took her to the concert that night and she met R. Kelly.
Yeah. Well, a lot of those parents were around.
Yeah.
A lot of those parents gave him express permission.
Indict him.
Indict those parents too. They
I
are
agree. I agree.
complicit. They
But
are
especially
absolutely-
this
This
particular
parent, yeah.
mother.
Mhm.
This parent, she takes the case.
She
Okay.
she go
I'm
hard.
gonna have to recap some of these text messages because this is actually there are transcripts of the text messages in court documents.
Wow.
All right. So here's an excerpt. All right. So mom says he gonna seduce you tonight. The daughter says, LOL. Mom says, well, you have to give him a massage before he go to bed. The daughter says, laughing my ass off. No, I doubt it. And mom says, girl, you better, or he'll get somebody else to do it.
Mm.
It goes on to say Jane's mother continued to encourage her to seduce the defendant. At one point, Jane told her mother that she caught feelings for the defendant. According to Jane, she and the defendant had sexual intercourse for the first time that night after the concert. At no point during her travels with the defendant in California in April and May 2015 did Jane disclose that she was 17 years of age. All right. So it says after the trip to California, Jane traveled to meet the defendant in Las Vegas where he was performing. So she kept getting flued out.
Mm.
And the mother was on board and allowed it.
And
Was
don't R.
pushing
Kelly
it.
got that song where he say, show me some ID before I get knee deep? I don't
He
see.
But
absolutely
wasn't that
does.
back in 93?
He was checking ID back then.
Oh,
He wasn't checking no
2015,
ID
he
back
stopped.
then.
Fast forward, you know. He like, shit, look 18.
Good
No,
God.
funny, not funny.
So here's a couple
This
more
is getting
excerpts.
worse.
It says Jane. So this is obviously they're keeping her name anonymous, but it says Jane. She tells her mom, he's singing to me. He's singing this whole show to me. Mom says, LOL, too funny. She says, for real. LMAO. This man is in love. Mom says, oh my God, you gonna marry him and have his babies. Shawty, first of all,
Wow.
I'm my face. I ain't. I can't fix it, y'all. I can't fix it.
I mean, I don't know if the mom needs therapy or to be in a jail cell. I don't know. She needs some help
She living
for sure,
vicariously through.
Definitely.
So then mom says, LOL, my son-in-law gonna be older than me. Too dang funny.
Yeah.
Shouty. There's something not right.
Listen,
for her to even make that comment lets you know that she was really pushing her child to be trafficked in a way. Because if the man is older than you, mom, and you pushing your child on this grown man, that's a whole problem. I need them to put her name in that indictment too.
I'm just saying.
We're going to finish this part, but I have some devil's advocates surrounding this project. We're going to stir this up.
So the mother goes on to tell her how she should act and the things that she should do, right? She's like coaching her on how to be flirtatious. She says, you should text him and be like, you know, you're going to be my boo, and see what he say.
Yeah.
What?
She training her.
Like so many mothers do.
Yeah.
Okay. Like so many mothers
Cinderella.
do.
Mine didn't.
So
thank you.
Disney.
She said, so it says Jane's mother instructed her about what to wear and made suggestions about how she should behave at the defendant's show. I will blow him little kisses and wink at him and bite the tip of my fingers, mess with him real good. Do something seductive that may and then make a silly face. LOL. Jane and her mother continued to text throughout the defendant's performance. So she continued to text her daughter throughout the concert.
Well, listen,
looking goofy over here, biting your finger.
Goofy.
I think the mom and girls to date older guys. Sometimes it's the guy in college and she's in high school. Sometimes
that's true.
I mean, it's not that uncommon. The other thing is that we come from a society where marriages used to be arranged. People used 14-year-old girls and 12-year-old girls used to get married off
the color purple
to older men. So I don't think I think because R. Kelly has all the other perversion around him, it makes it so outlandish. But I don't necessarily think that it's that is a extreme case that, oh my God, I can't believe this woman is telling her daughter to do.
Okay, so here's what makes it extreme. All right. This was 2015. This was 7 years ago. Robert is my senior. And I'm 43. Okay. 7 years ago, I was 36. All right. 7 years ago, Jane was 17. There's perversion there.
Exactly.
This is definitely an extreme case. This is absolutely not the high school girl who's dating the guy in college.
Right. But the context of
lock him up.
And lock the mama up too for this.
Agreed.
For the solicitation of it all.
Agreed. But where is the line of, okay, that's kind of within the realm of normal. And we know this is extreme, but I'm like, there are cases that people wouldn't look frown upon.
That man is in his 50s.
I'm talking about outside of R. Kelly. I'm just saying, like, a 17-year-old dating, if she was a junior or freshman in high school, her boyfriend was a senior, he went to college, and that was still her boyfriend while she was in high school. By the time,
I think that's acceptable.
Though.
I think that's acceptable, and I think that's
what
different.
I'm asking.
But my question is, if she's 20 and she marries somebody who's 50,
it's a lot of.
She's wrong by then.
Well, so this is the thing, because this is happening.
It's happening.
This is happening a lot nowadays. So we see people like your boy
Miami and Diddy,
absolutely. Tyrese
and his girl,
who just went on social media and look, he is just upset, po baby,
because she don't want to settle down,
and she's in her 20s.
Come on, bro.
Want to do?
Right.
Lori Harvey
and Michael B.
Jordan. That was a 10-year gap.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, like, R. Kelly is definitely extreme.
Right.
But
he's on the far end of the spectrum.
This is not abnormal.
It's not abnormal.
It's not abnormal, but this is sick.
The parent coaching her like that.
Yeah.
Child.
That part. So yeah, we're gonna have to wrap this thing up in here tonight.
Did we come to a conclusion?
The conclusion is lock them up.
Yeah. And her too.
Okay. And
this is nasty. This is nasty.
And then the mama need coaching, counseling. She need a little bit of all the above, because you should bite your finger
and make a silly face.
She just was looking goofy.
I need
goofy.
Mama, if you are
like, you're gonna get a
listening,
shower tonight for that.
girl, I need you to tune in to What Men Want Monday. Okay, sis, because that is not it.
That ain't it.
Bite your fingertips. You should get in real good, okay? And then make a silly face and stuff.
You think she started like that?
That's
Add that on to it.
I think
Lord
that's how she
have mercy.
sounded. She said, "Oh my God, my son-in-law
Oh
gonna
my
be
God. Older than me.
what?
Chicken.
Lock them up.
I'm just over it.
Lock 'em
Yo,
up.
we done for the night. Yo, this was interesting.
Thank y'all so
Interesting.
much for tuning in.
Absolutely.
Y'all
We
know.
enjoyed the night. We enjoyed y'all tuning in to us.
And our guest co-host.
I
He's
guess
so cool.
he's so cool.
It's the COO himself, Mr.
the corn
Preston
shucker
Harris.
himself.
Child, the sledgehammer, whose hammer started hammering after he was 13.
That thing
by
was
the way.
swinging,
We
swinging.
gotta get back to
thing.
him. We never finished that story.
Dang,
Next
dang,
time.
dang. We gonna bring him back
I
in here.
definitely
Put him in the hot
thank you
seat.
so much for letting me sit in. It's been a pleasure. This is probably the most fun that I had on the show in a long time. I'm so grateful. Make sure that if you're listening in, that you check out the sponsorships for Litty and the City Show.
Yeah.
They can definitely promote your business, promote everything that you're that you have going on. So I would ask you to tap in with them. Make sure you follow them on social media, send the
Absolutely.
messages, and tell your friends to listen in because they're gonna be number one in the world. That's
Hey,
what
Oh,
Yay.
for
Yay.
sure.
We
Y'all make sure
appreciate
y'all
that.
follow us
Y'all
at Litty
heard
in the
that.
City on Instagram and at 101 TKO Radio on
Every
Instagram.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Y'all know what it is from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. It's your girl, Atlanta's own Bree Simone.
And everybody's favorite redheaded cousin. It's your girl, E.B. Dupree.
And it's the lifestyle connoisseur XYZJD. And we out, y'all.
This is the Litty in the City Show.
On 101 TKO Radio.
Yeah.